There's a lot of buzz around the greater Raleigh area right now, and that buzz isn't about buying houses, it's about whether or not you should refinance your home. I want to caution you a little bit about refinancing. There's some really good things about getting a lower interest rate and saving money on your mortgage. But if you think back in time, America got into the trouble that we're in because the last 10 years people have refinanced, taken out equity lines, paid off debt, bought cars, and now their houses are upside down, meaning they owe more for their house than what they could sell it for if they needed to sell right now. I'm Linda Craft of Linda Craft and Team Realtors in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I look forward to sharing my expertise on refinancing. So here's some things you need to know. The first is it costs money. You're going to pay for refinancing one of three ways. Either you're going to write a check at closing for your charges, and they're going to range anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000 depending on the mortgage amount. Or you're going to have a higher interest rate, which means you will pay nothing at closing, but you'll pay more for the next 30 years of your mortgage and a higher rate than what you could have gotten if you'd just written a check. The third way, and the one that scares me the most, so please don't do it, it is where you take those costs for refinancing and you roll it into the principal balance. So if you owe $200,000 and you were trying to refi to, at the end of the deal you now owe $204,000 or $203,000. Don't do it. I meet with so many people that have refinanced numerous times and now they owe more money for the house than they could ever sell it for. The second thing to know is refinancing really only works when you have at least a 1% spread. So right now, if you're at a 5.5% interest rate and you can get a 5 for a refi, don't do it. The savings that you're going to have per month does not justify the cost of the refi. But if you're at 6.5 and you can get a 5, jump all over it. It is a good business decision. 1% spread will always make you money as long as you stay in the home for at least 2 to 3 years. So the caution is, if you think that there is a possibility that you're going to sell your home or get transferred in the next few years, don't refi now. Even though you might save $50, $100, $200 a month, in the long run it's going to cost you money. Lastly, keep in mind that the lenders are going to want a little bit more skin in the game than what they've had in the past, which means when you go to refinance, if you bought a home in the last 5 years or even 10 years at 100% financing, chances are your property is not going to qualify because it's going to need to appraise at a value high enough to make that lender comfortable. Therefore, if you go with an FHA loan, you're going to need about a 95% loan to value, meaning how much you're borrowing versus how much the home is going to appraise at. With conventional, they're going to own about 10%. So the lenders are not going to just give 100% financing anymore. The property is going to have to qualify. The only way to know if your property qualifies is for you to pay for an appraisal, and that's going to range between $300 and $400. So you may find that you apply for a refi only to get turned down because the property didn't appraise. So do your homework. Look and see where houses have been selling, not where they're listed for sale, but where they've actually sold, to make sure that you have good data points to support the value that you need to be able to appraise properly so that you can refinance and save money. Thank you for listening to my video. If you would like to have more information about real estate, visit lindacraft.com. We have a lot of information, videos, and anything that you need, give me a call.